Hey now, welcome to Lone Star Mini. This is really part 2 of my cylinder head removal. The video was getting too long as far as too much footage, so I decided to break it up. The first one really included removing the carburetor, the intake, and the exhaust, along with a few extra accessories. This video will cover taking on from that point on to removing the cylinder head. So thanks for joining in. And now I actually have already filmed all this footage, so I filmed it yesterday. I'm just adding a little lead in now, so thanks for joining in. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead. I know I can take this thermostat housing off after the fact, but since the cylinder head is pretty much stable, you know, for me, it'll be easier just to take it off now. So these guys are half inch nuts. Since I've replaced these gaskets, when we replace the radiator, this shouldn't be horrible. Yeah, these nuts are not, they're not super torqued. So just loosening them was good enough. Say that, now this one's a little bit of a, okay. All right, so there's 3 of those. All right, so there's a bolt here on the back side of the temperature housing that ties to the radiator, ties this bracket down to help stabilize it, I guess. So got to get that bad boy off. In fact, I think I have to remove this whole bracket so that I can lift this pump housing, or this housing up. Okay. Now these look like different sizes. Yes, they are. They are not the same. These are 7. All right, those are 7/16. Okay, for the record, I also have some grommets on the bottom side of the most forward 7/16. I'll have to watch this video when I put it all back together and make sure I personally get it back together the same way I took it off. Yeah, it's like a rubber washer. One on that one too. There's a rubber washer there too. So now this guy should come up. Now there's a cap here on, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but there's a cap here on the back of the temperature housing. And this line apparently is capped off. So I'm just going to kind of knock this guy free a little bit. Oh, all right. Well, there's the temperature housing. Also, if you notice, there's a modified thermostat in the housing, the spacer down there. Now, there's reasons for that, and I'll talk a little bit more about the thermostat when I reinstall everything. But it has a lot to do with the climate here in Texas, which is drastically different than other parts of the world. So essentially what we did is we took out the innards of the thermostat so that the coolant would flow constantly, right or wrong. Anyhow, and I'll talk more about that when I reinstall it. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone for now. I'm gonna come over here to this bad boy, because he's attached. So I'm going to remove it. Holy moly, this whole thing is turning. There we go. Ha! This whole bolt is coming out. Jeez. Alright, well, let's take the whole thing out. Now, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Let's see, can y'all see this bolt? This whole bad boy came out. Came out of maybe the engine block, because this nut right here didn't come off. It took the whole frickin' thing out. Is that a good thing? I don't see that it's a bad thing. At least it didn't break on me, and it saves me from getting it out later when I clean the blockhead. But, so that's out. All right, I'm going to kind of lay all this to the side. Just kind of, well, leave it there, I guess. I had these labeled from before, so I'm just going to leave them, and just so that I know. 1 left, 2, 3, 4. So one's on the left. Okay. The temp sensor, I'll remove that after the fact. Let's see. I'll remove this after I get it off, because you can see there's no temp, there's no line in there right now. So I'm not worried about that. So, all right, I'm going to move on. The only thing, everything is disconnected, I believe. The only things left is the rocker cover itself, and then getting these guys out. So I'm going to take this guy out. On mine, it takes a 5/8 socket. Look at that. Is that, you seeing this? Look at this gasket. It's definitely not a cork gasket. And there's more than one. There's one there. And there's, oh my gosh, there's 3 gaskets. All right, so we've got this one, right? Got that bad boy. It's kind of brittle and nasty. Let me put this down. And then look at this. We've got another 2 gaskets. Here's one, and here's another one. It's like there's 2 on here. Now, unless these were like multi-layered and just have separated over time, look at that. Looks like a gasket sealant as well, which I think I've read that you shouldn't really use a gasket sealant. All right, look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. So now, looks like I just loosen up 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that all? I thought there was... Why was I thinking there was more? I was thinking that there was like 4 on each side. So it looks like I just loosen up these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy is no longer there. Okay. All right, let's do it. This is also, on my car, these are 11, or no, that's the wrong socket. Now on my car, these guys are 11 millimeter, and it looks like 13 point, 12 point something. No, I got this one. I'm gonna go to this one. Yeah, This one, the whole stud's coming up. I don't know, good thing? Maybe. I was going to remove them anyways. Well, came off in one piece at least. I'm going to lay these spark plugs out in the order of the cylinders, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, the way I've got the spark plugs labeled, just so that I know if something looks funny, I can at least know which cylinder they were in. It looks like I'm going to use a 13/16 spark plug socket. Alright, so before I pull these out, I'm just going to label them with the same numbers as the spark plugs. I know that this is not cylinder 1, however, it'll help. Okay, spark plugs out. Alright, I'm feeling fairly dumb right now. Rookie mistake number 1. I'm sure there's plenty of others, but I think for me so far, the biggest mistake I've made was I took 5 studs out. 2 of them came out. When I tried to take the nut off, the studs just came with it. And I was like, wait a minute, where are the other studs, right? Well, they're under the rocker cover. I don't know why. I didn't look at the diagram close enough. And so I just assumed that all the studs were around the rocker cover. Okay, I admit it. I'm admitting it because I need to show my mistakes as well as my successes. It's definitely a rookie one. But now that I see the other studs under the rocker cover, I'm going to go tackle those, remove those, and then hopefully remove the cylinder head. Yeah, so here we go. All right, so these are the ones that my rookie mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Darn it. So I know I was supposed to loosen them in a specific sequence, but man, I screwed that up. I took out all these and ouch. So, all right, well, here we go. All right, so there are the other ones. They're out. Oh, hey, it budged. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. All right, let me go find some cardboard or something to put this on. All right, now for the big moment. I think all the studs are out and it budged. The cylinder head budged. I'm going to try to wiggle that sucker up, and first half is complete. Big moment for me. Woohoo! Look at this bad boy. All right, so I'm gonna go take a break, wash my hands, and look things over.